How's it going, Comedy Calendar fam? It's Art Roach here, and I am excited to bring another amazing week of comedy to you guys this week. But before we kick things off, I want to let you guys know whoever's been trying to get me sick all of last week, I think you finally did it. I can hear like a little sinus congestion coming on. So thank you to whoever that was. I mean, I think all of America was sick last week with some kind of respiratory thing. So thank you, America. Thank you, Obama. But to kick things off, I have my co-host here who's conveniently out of town while I was getting sick. Sebi Alvarez. Sebi, my boy, how you doing?
Good, man. Yeah, I was up in Tallahassee for a friend's wedding. First time I was in a wedding party. It was very fun, dude. You know, you gotta love going to Tallahassee because it's really just like an armpit of a city. Like you get there, and I lived there for a year, so I know it very, very intimately. And I understand why I left and I never returned. That was the first time back since college. And I must say, Tallahassee never changed because all that's there is like just terrible Floridian politicians like Matt Gaetz and DeSantis. Like those guys live there. But then other than that, it's just the worst kind of white people. Just the worst kind of white people. They're really nice, but there's no good food. There's nothing to do. Thank God I was at a Brazilian wedding and there were some Brazilians there that knew how to cook and make desserts and like actually knew how to whip some stuff up, because if it weren't for that, it would have been a dismal time. But man, shout out to Ian and Beth for eloping, getting married, and a great weekend, man. It was a lot of fun.
So you went to a Brazilian wedding,
Mhm.
and I didn't know my cousins were getting married, and they invited you. And
I know. You'd think that they would invite you, but they said actually I speak Portuguese better than you. So they were like, we didn't want to embarrass that side of the family, so we're only bringing the good Portuguese speakers, the real classical Portuguese speakers. And I had a great time. I was fugazing with everybody.
Hey, amen. And big shout out, congratulations to Ian and Beth, man. Ian, the whole family is proud that you found a girl that can serve as your beard while you do your boy stuff at night. So shout out, Ian, congratulations.
Heck yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, dude, that's amazing. Last week we talked a little bit about some of the events, and I was blessed to be at Lost City Brewing on Saturday. It was a really dope show. Big shout out everyone, DCC, Diego, the owner of Lost City. Thank you guys for always putting on these amazing shows, all the guests that we met there, and of course all the comedians that came out. But after that, we all headed over to Goldrush Cabaret on 77 and Biscayne. And dude, it was their 7th year anniversary. They were there having a big party, man. I mean, they had all kinds of performers. They had fire eaters, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
They had a drum line. They had a sax player. It was crazy, dude. And as soon as I walk in, we have a whole section set up for us. And who do I see there but Dark Vision working the gig?
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
He knew that I was going to be there. He didn't tell me that he was going to be there. So it was a very pleasant surprise.
Very cool.
And yeah, man, I mean, we had a section set up. We had a bunch of guests that showed up, and the employees came out and showed us mad love, man. So Gold Rush, thank you guys. Super, super love. Big shout out to Monty, Matt, Zyra, Jonah, the whole crew. You guys. And I mean, truly cannot be more thankful. And we're gonna keep working with them. We have a lot of cool stuff that we're kind of thinking about doing. But the most important part is that this past weekend they really took care of us, and anyone and everyone that came out, guys, super mad love. Thank you guys. Now, let's kick off the week in comedy. Monday tonight, November 17th, we're gonna have 7 C's again, guys.
It's back.
Yeah, I don't know in what capacity it's back, but for sure tonight we're gonna be there 11:59, so we can officially still call it Monday. Steph is gonna be the bartender, so come out. Frank is gonna be there, flipping those burgers
As usual. He's actually added a bunch of other stuff to the menu too. So if you haven't been out there and gotten a Frank burger recently, go back out and ask him what else he's got. I think he's doing quesadillas now. He's doing a couple different menu items that he's throwing in there. So all of it still at the same caliber of the burger. I will say that. It is all freaking delicious. But you definitely want to get out there and get some of that food because he sells out quick too. Like the thing is, he brings the amount that he's got, and then once it's gone, it's gone. There ain't no coming back from that. So get out there to 7 Seas and get you some good food, some good drinks from Steph, and some good comedy. Because I believe now it's going to be a booked show, correct?
I have no idea.
I think that was the plan, is that doing it less often, doing it more booked and curated so that they can bring a little bit more of an audience from show to show. I think is the strategy. So if that's the case, I'm really looking forward to what that has to come. You know, I think if you can really curate some actual comedy fans making their way out there. I know it's a late night on a work night, but if you can get people out there that are there for the comedy, I think that would be a fucking awesome spot. It would be really cool. But I'm excited to see what happens.
No, and big shout out Steph, the bartender, who's the person that told me that it was going to be happening.
Heck yeah.
And that night that I was there, not a Monday, another random night of the week, just kind of, ended up there. And Frank, I walked in, Frank was cooking. I went in to say hi to Steph. I came back out. I'm like, Frank, let me get a burger. He's like, dude, I just sold the last one. I have no more meat. And so, yeah, get there early, get your board. From now on, I'm never going to just walk by and not order first and then go inside and say hi to people.
You got to check first. That's the first thing you got to do right when you arrive, is go to Frank, give him your money, and get yourself a burger. That's what you got to do.
And everyone knows, this about Art Roach. Fool me once. The second time, you have to pay me a little extra. But let's keep things moving here. This week, we're going to have on Thursday, November 20th, at the Fort Lauderdale Improv, 7 p.m. Wait, I'm tripping. Sorry. Thursday, November 20th, in Fort Lauderdale at 7 p.m., we have Gallery 1 Doubletree Suites by Hilton. That's going to be the LL Lounge where our friend Brett Ernst will be performing. We've been shouting this out. We've been telling you guys, and now the time has come. It's this week.
Heck yeah.
Ryan Nadish will be there. Mm-hmm. Eric Rosenblum will be there. Unfortunately, we can't be there that day. We have a bunch of other stuff going on. But, man, if you are in the Fort Lauderdale area, if you are anywhere near this, hit them up. Find out if they have seats left, because they've been selling out. And go watch Brett, man. This guy, actually the other day, I sent him, I saw one of those memes, maybe even you sent it to me, where it was a garbage truck, and then all the cowboys are getting shot out the back.
Oh, nice.
Truck. And so I sent it to him, and I said, please find me one with the dolphins like this. And he was laughing. He had a good time. So,
nice.
If I can even swing by there on Thursday, I'm going to come by and at least say hi to him, be able to meet him in person. But guys, if you're in the Fort Lauderdale area, here's your chance. Buy some tickets. When you get there, say hi to Ariana for us. Say hi to Ryan,
I will say this too. If you haven't seen the interview that we did with Brett last week, you definitely want to check that out. Get yourself a really good idea of who he is, kind of comedian he is, the style of the show that you're going to be getting. Check that out and get to know him a little more, because I think once you watch that, you'll more than likely be sold on wanting to go out and check out a show. Ryan is also on that episode, so he's going to be one of the other comedians performing, so you can get a good little taste, a slice of what that show is going to be like if you go and check out that episode from last week. So definitely, you can also, if you want to get tickets, take a screenshot of this clip that we just showed when Art was talking about it, when we had the flyer up. If you just take a screenshot of it, you can actually scan the QR right in your photos. So if you go to your photos after that, when your screenshot, you just scan the QR right there, and it'll take you directly to get your tickets.
And that's why we have Sebastian, guys, because he knows technology. So if you understood those words that he said, do those things, because he's right. I actually recently, if people don't know this, in the Comedy Calendar fam, whenever Sebastian and I go out to eat somewhere, he actually orders like whatever we're going to eat. Like, he's that good. If you're ever out somewhere with Sebastian, definitely let him order for you, because he will, tell him whatever, allergies you have or whatever.
Right.
But
yeah. If you don't like crab, we won't order crab. Yeah. But other than that, it's pretty much it's definitely thanks to my mom, for sure. Being a foodie, a culinary arts teacher, and a chef in her own right. So being able to be around that much food and ingredients, I can taste things just from the ingredients. Like, if I just read it on the menu, I can kind of know, and the restaurant, like, this is a place where you order this is a place where you probably don't order that. But yeah, I love it. I love just getting a bunch of food and sharing it. The Spaniard in me needs tapas all the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're a Spaniard hobbit, so it's like, it's a double power.
It's super power of just gluttony and knowing how to eat and enjoy yourself properly. But speaking of enjoying yourself, also happening this Thursday, if you can't make it out to Fort Lauderdale for Brett's show, we got something happening in the heart of Wynwood, and I am so excited to be doing this. This is going to be my third time well, not my third time total, but my third performance at the Arlo Hotel for a different producer. I've done Arlo Hotel through Cafecito, I've done Arlo Hotel through Don't Tell, and now I'm going to be at the Higher Grounds Arlo this week on Thursday.
Who's that sexy boy on the screen right now?
I don't know, but whoever took that picture did a great job. I think it was some dude with D's in his name. But no, yeah, Dan.
That's a strong boy.
Dan did take that picture.
If you need some help around the house, I think that's I'm gonna call that guy right there. He's gonna come help me.
Yeah, and if you also are looking for a shadowy figure to hide in an alley, I think that's a good image as well for what that represents. But I will be there at Higher Grounds Arlo this week, guys, on Thursday. The show is at 9 p.m. Doors are going to be opening at 8:30. It is free of entry, so you can just come out, enjoy some drinks at the bar, enjoy the show. It is always a blast. The lineup is great. We got a host, Julie Baez, who's going to be doing a fantastic job. Julie was recently on her Funny in Pink tour this last month, doing a bunch of fantastic shows, capped off with a show over at the Fort Lauderdale Improv. Oriel Rodriguez, who is one of my favorite performers down here in South Florida. He was actually on Sunday at the Muchacho show at the Miami Improv performing on that. I will also be featuring and headlining will be Paula Barrios, who you saw right here on the show last 2 weeks ago. She was our guest on this show. So you can enjoy a really, really fun show in the heart of Wynwood. Literally, you could go there, hang out, enjoy yourself, watch a comedy show, and then go downstairs and walk a block over, and you're right there where Dirty Rabbit is, where all the really, really fun spots in Wynwood are. So I always love inviting people out to the Arlo, because if you're not going there, you can also go to Joe's Pizza, get yourself a slice. They're open until like 3 a.m. It's a fantastic venue in a fantastic part of town, and that's why we ran shows there for a long time. So really love to see Paula still doing her thing out there. And again, you can get your, you don't need tickets, but you can get all the information right on my Instagram. If you go to my Instagram, the first post is going to be a collaboration with all of the other comics performing and Paula herself to give you all the information for the show. Head out to the Arlo Hotel this Thursday, guys. Again, it's on the 3rd floor, by the way. So go to the elevator in the lobby, go to the 3rd floor, and you'll be on the right spot.
Yeah, big shout out Polly, man. She's, like we said, she's been guest on the podcast. And we've been talking about doing a couple of things together. She's the best, dude. She's so good. She's not only talented, of course, but she's so magnanimous with her wisdom, with her access and her network,
For sure.
Love it. So that's Thursday, guys. Now, this weekend at the Miami Improv, the big headliner is going to be Martin Armini. He's coming back. I think he was here a little under a year ago.
He comes every year. I've seen him. I think this is going to be my 3rd or 4th time having him at the Miami Improv since I've worked there. Always great.
Dude, and for me, I think he, one thing he talks a lot about, his mom. He's I guess interracial or whatever. His mom is Bolivian.
Biracial.
There.
Yeah.
I'm not big on the bias, but
gotcha.
His mom's Bolivian. His dad is Iranian. So he's got such a unique perspective, and now that he's been touring so much, not only it's about like his background, but also it's about some of the interactions and things he's had happen over the last couple of years. So
he also famously does a matchmaking segment at the end of his show. I'm not sure if he's retired it yet. I think last time he came through here, I think he said that it might be one of the last times he does it. So he may be still doing it. I'm not 100% sure, but that was something that you may have seen him from. If you don't know who he is, you can probably go on his Instagram and check out some of those clips that he had posted where he basically brings up a single person on stage, talks to them a little bit, lets the audience get to know them, and then asks if there's anybody who'd be interested in coming up and like doing a matchmaking. Usually 3 or 4 other people walk up, and then they do live interaction, and he kind of just improvs a dating game love show at the end of his shows. And I remember last year when he did it, when he came through the Miami Improv, it was freaking awesome. It was hilarious, and a bunch of clips came out. I remember that went viral from that show at the Miami Improv. So if you're there, just so you know, he will more than likely also be filming this whole thing. So we're going to be very strict on phones. We're going to be very strict on that, but it does mean that you are going to get some really fantastic material, because honestly, he's a consummate professional. I think he also, I don't know if he still does, but I know he owned a comedy club in DC. He was a owner and operator of a comedy club out there. And I know he had talked about that during one of his specials. Not sure if he's still doing it, but a guy who's really, really just done it all in the industry, and somebody that if you haven't gotten tickets for, you definitely want to get them now at miamiimprov.com, because they're going to be close to sold out by the end of the weekend, for sure.
Well, and a lot of people have been calling and asking specifically for him.
True.
Actually, a lot of the, many of the UTD members that I've been talking to, actually, I think are going to be bringing a big party to that show. So I'm looking forward to it. He's somebody who, like you said, he kind of has a wide appeal. And that dating game at the end is so good. I mean, I hope he doesn't retire it, or if he does retire it, maybe he keeps it for like the late shows, so that way he can have a little more time and fun with them. But dude, that was a very special, people still talk about it, and a lot of people are coming back, saw him last year. So I'm looking forward to it. Martin Armini, Friday and Saturday, November 21st, November 22nd at the Miami Improv. 4 shows. Do not miss out, guys. Come through. And the Comedy Calendar boys will be there. We'll be working. We'll be there. So moving on. Saturday, guys, November 22nd at the Miami Improv at 3 p.m. We're going to be having someone who I didn't know about until he got booked here at the Miami Improv. His name is Sarper Guven. And I'm probably saying that incorrectly, but if and all the ladies that are in the Comedy Calendar family, when they see his image, they probably know how to say his name correctly. They probably know a lot of information about him, his astrological sign probably as well. But he was on 90 Day Fiance. The guy is clearly very good looking. Not my kind of guy, but, you know, I have a different taste in men. But I'm looking forward to it. He's going to be having a show Saturday. Again, it's a 3 p.m. show on Saturday. At the Improv, we've been killing these 3 p.m. shows, man. It's been really, really crazy, these Saturday shows. But I'm expecting what's going to be a very rowdy and revved up female crowd ready to drink at 3 p.m. and have a good time. So I'm looking forward to it. Everyone has asked about me about the show has been a woman. So I'm anticipating a heavy female crowd that day. And it's going to be a good time. I haven't, obviously, I don't know if he's doing material. I don't know if he's going to be just talking or giving out his phone number.
Yeah, so if you're a single guy, get tickets to this show because there's going to be plenty of women who aren't going to be able to talk to him, but are going to be ready to go over to Copper Blues and enjoy themselves and have a good time. Yeah. So if you're a single guy, get some tickets. He's also performing in Fort Lauderdale on Sunday as well.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, Fort Lauderdale, 3 p.m. on Sunday. So I guess this little 3 p.m. slot.
It's picking up, man. I mean, I've seen a lot of people do really well with that slot. I mean, Dungeons and Dragons has been killing it. El Caballo's been killing it. Ellie's done really well. And now we're even seeing other comedians come through. I know that German comedian that had the show this weekend, Adrian. So he sold out his show at 3 p.m. When he did it this weekend. And that is really the first time that I think I've seen an out-of-town headliner or somebody else who wasn't just a local or somebody producing shows down here sell out a show at that time slot, but just take that time slot. I think it's really dope, and I think it's something that could open up a lot of cool opportunities. The more the merrier, honestly, when it comes to shows at the Improv.
I mean, Mario Andrea, he was really cool. And guys, to show you how not well I'm feeling, and the brain fog is real, I was there at the show, completely forgot. I took a picture so I remember to talk about it in the recap. Mm-hmm. Did not remember at all until right now when you brought it up. So, it's on me, guys. I was supposed to be here at 2 p.m. today. I got here at 3:45, guys. This is how the day started. Ray was very patiently waiting back there, not happy looking. And then on top of that, I forgot to include entire shows that I saw last week that I was going to talk about with pictures. So the brain fog is real, guys. If you saw me this weekend and you saw what I was going through, that sounds melodramatic, but just it was a lot of work. So yeah, the brain fog is real. Sorry for getting here late, guys. And, appreciate both of you being here on time and killing it like every time. Let me switch things up a little bit. Tenemos un show nuevo que ya todos que me conocen, creo que ya les dije del show, pero el 16 de diciembre a las 8 en el Miami Improv, yo voy a empezar un nuevo show que se llama Noches de Miami. El show es un show en español para comediantes de aquí en el sur de la Florida que quieren unirse y quieren venir a hacer shows en el Miami Improv. Ese es el propósito. El primer show que va el día 16 va a ser un bringer show. Entonces, si quieren venir y quieren participar, les pido que traigan a alguien, algunos miembros de audiencia, y dependiendo del tiempo, dependiendo de cuánta gente viene, yo puedo dar más tiempo a los artistas. Entonces, otra vez, martes 16 de diciembre a las 8 en Miami Improv, Noches de Miami. Es lo que estamos esperando, es lo que han pedido. Yo he pedido más shows en español. Aquí empezamos. Muchas gracias a Raquel Maldonado, que fue una persona que me ha ayudado mucho en encontrar los shows en español aquí en Miami. Y en las próximas semanas yo voy a estar escribiendo y yendo a los shows para conocer más bien los que están ya haciendo la escena de español aquí en Miami. Entonces, muchas gracias a todos. And yeah, the other thing I forgot to talk about, the other recap, was Muchacha. Completely forgot. Dude, big shout out Brittany Brave. Because that was last night, and last night and today kind of ran into each other, and I don't know where I am. So big shout out Muchacha. I mean, dude, everybody came out. Danny Benavente, Paco was there, Carlos Hernandez, Ellie, Gene Harding, Don P, Ricky, I'm definitely forgetting. Oh, Hennessy was there. Hennessy Williams, which I didn't expect. Super dope. Really good show. Brittany killed it. I mean, I think it was like, if it wasn't a 4-hour show, I think it was 4 hours. I think we were there for 4 hours.
That makes sense because they did like a massive lineup of comics. I know she had
all those people performed.
Yeah. I was gonna say she had at least like 8 comics that performed, all banger comics as well, all very, very good comics, and then did the premiere of the or the showing of.
She did clips in between.
Oh, like, she did clips in between.
Yeah, there was like a specific order to the clips and the things that she shared. It was really, really cool.
Very cool. Either way, great job. Very cool. I'd love to see it. Yeah. You love to see it done.
Yeah. No. Again, and the show. I mean, the show has to be like 4 hours long because I remember at one point someone asked me like, "Oh, how many comedians left?" I'm like, "Oh, it's like 4," and then it was like 7.
Yeah.
Left. But he killed it. I mean, the people were there locked in the whole time. Before the show started, Brittany went around with a huge bottle of like vodka. Mm-hmm. Literally, her holding it up was like crazy. And she was like giving people shots.
Nice.
I.e. pouring vodka in their face, which was awesome.
Nice.
Definitely some vodka went in eyes at some point. But it was really dope to see. Really cool. And guys, next time we're shouting out a Brittany Brave show, come out. I mean, this is one of Miami's own, traveling the world, kind of representing Miami out there. So it was cool to see everybody come together. Yeah.
I unfortunately was not able to be there, but I can only imagine how dope that show was. Quickly though, I want to do a slight look ahead though. We're going to talk about it next week more in detail, but I want to let you guys know now because things might sell out. Mario Ramil's show next week at the Miami Improv. Already the first show is sold out, but he has 3 guys. He has a 10 p.m. The first one is already sold out, but the 10 p.m. and the midnight still have tickets available. So if you want to be a part of one of the funnest pre-Thanksgiving parties in town, you definitely want to go to miamiimprov.com right now, scoop up those tickets, because if not, you may miss out on a dope event. He always does a great job. Two Hats is there. They do a fantastic little DJ set prior to the show starting. They really kick off the party and get everything going. Mario always brings in some creative elements. He's always doing something different, so you guys definitely want to check that out and go online right now and scoop up those tickets before they sell out.
No, big shout out Mario, man. Doing it again and again and again and again. They've been touring, so they've been going out. They've been going around.
That's right.
And I will say, like, Mario Ramil's show is one of those shows. It's like, bring your grandma to the Improv. Like, you can bring anybody, like, bring the whole family out because it's just going to be that good. You know, it's going to be entertainment the whole way through. And it's like Miami. So, like, if you're a Miami person, if you're, you know, like, your grandma's going to walk in and love, you know, that music's going, the action's going. Yeah. So, definitely bring him out. I mean, he's probably going to do characters. He's probably going to, you know, roll out the whole.
He never does a one-dimensional show. He always brings different elements. He's always trying to do new creative things. He's always trying to bring in, like, I'm sure there may be a really well-produced video that plays right before he comes on stage. These are just the things that I can expect from somebody like Mario, for having seen his shows for, you know, 3 years now and having him produce at the Miami Improv. It's always been impressive, and it's always been something that I look forward to anytime because, you know, we see comedy shows there all the time, stand-up comedies, like just straight stand-up comedy shows, and you get your slight variations in comics that like to do this, comics that like this style, but Mario is really unique in just the show that he puts on. Like, it's stand-up, but it's so much more, and it's something we look forward to at the Improv.
Yeah, and I think it's the day right before Thanksgiving.
It is. It's the Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
And he's got 3 shows on that same day. So it's like 8, 10, and midnight?
Yeah, the 8 is already sold out. 10 p.m. there's still tickets, and midnight there are still tickets available. So if you want to hang out late and do that, you can absolutely hang out and enjoy
the after party after that late show.
Right, yeah. I was going to say the after party is probably going to be spilling over into Copper or something like that. So you definitely want to be out there. Last year was the first time he did that midnight show, and it was a lot of fun. He had added it late, so it didn't sell out like the other 2 ones that were able to, but this one more than likely will sell out. So the energy that was there with a limited crowd last year was awesome, and it was so cool and unique, and it was like fun, that I can only imagine how it's going to be this year. If I were recommending somebody to get tickets between the 10 and the midnight, I would say just go for the midnight. 10's already late. You might as well just shoot over to that midnight and see what that's all about, because it's it's a unique experience that you can't really get at the Miami Improv other than what Mario Ramil is able to curate.
And you know who's going to be there at midnight for sure? This guy right here. Dude, I love like that late show, because like by then, like, all the box stuff, you know, once we get everybody in,
right,
you know, all our, like, you know, you and P like do all the paperwork stuff, and at that point, you know, if I'm able to watch any show, that's the most likely show for me to watch, you know. And I'm looking forward to it, man, because it's a party in there. It's not even a show; it's a party. Like everyone's dancing, jumping around, getting out of the chairs, and he switches it up. People are falling over, laughing. And the after party, I'm looking forward to it, man. It's gonna be a good time.
Absolutely. One last thing before we also get out of here, I want to shout out the Strive 305 podcast right here on the Community News Network. I was actually made a cameo because you were late today, Art. I was actually able to go into the studio over there and cook with them. They made a delicious, absolutely delicious rum ice cream that she was able to make. Yeah, that's what you get. You know what? It's like the day you don't go to school, the president shows up. You know what I mean? Which actually happened to me in high school. One time I specifically didn't go to school.
About your high school,
and Barack Obama showed up.
Tell me about the rum cake. What are you talking about here?
Yeah, no, it wasn't a rum cake. No, it was ice cream with rum in it. It was like literally just ice cream, and they put this specific rum that they have with some pecans, and then she also like made some caramelized what is it?
And they made more, right?
Yeah.
They made extra, and there's one sitting in the.
No, we ate it all.
No, there's one in the freezer.
There isn't. There may be some rum cake. Actually, there may be some cake over there, but we did that, and then we also after that did a cocktail, a little mojito. That one you can't partake in. Unfortunately, it was also made with rum, but it was delicious.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
I can eat rum and ice cream.
You can eat rum and ice cream. That's perfectly fine. But I'm saying the mojito.
Yeah.
That's a straight up cocktail.
Yeah. No, I just didn't think about the rum. You like actual rum in the ice cream.
Yep. Yeah. No, but it was really good. It was fantastic. You can check that out over on the Strive 305, tab on the community news page. If you just scroll through their content, you'll be able to check it out. They are putting out a bunch of content. They're filming like 3 or 4 episodes at a time. It is really dope to watch them go through it. And they're putting together, a straight up cooking show in the studio right there. So that just goes to show you the capabilities that they have here at the community newspaper. It's such a versatile space, such a dope space. And if you want to produce your podcast, you got to come through here, man. Hit us up. If you ever want to know what it's like and what it really takes to produce a podcast, hit up the Comedy Calendar. We'll definitely let you know how hard it is and how tedious it is growing and building a podcast. But it is a lot of fun if you know what you're doing. So definitely.
If you have Ray.
Right. If you have Ray.
If you have Ray.
If you're able to have
like
a good
80%
producer.
of it, yeah.
Then everything is fine and everything can go smoothly. But huge shout out to them and thank you for letting me on the show today.
Yeah, no, for real. Guys, I am barely standing up today, and none of this would have been possible if not all of you, Sebastian, Ray, the whole thing. It's what makes it possible, because that way you can have a bad day and you can still get the job done. So big shout out everybody, Miami Community News. Love you guys. I'm done, guys. I'm ready to go. Sebi, you got anything for the people?
No, man. I think it's been a good week. Look ahead for this week in stand-up, guys. Definitely get your tickets to Martin Amini. That would be my main push for this week. Get your tickets for Martin Amini and just show up to the Arlo on Thursday. You don't even have to get tickets. Just come by, enjoy, have a good time. It's free of entry and you can have some fun. But yeah, man, that's about it.
Yeah. And if you want to have a birthday party or any event at Goldrush, guys, hit me up. It's worth it. I'm telling you, it's worth it. All right. We wrap it up for this week, guys. Thank you so much. We love you guys. Keep laughing.